3 Jahre zurück sind sie gekommen zu Doroni, a fliegende car company, wo sie hat a Schulem zu machen flying cars. Aber was ist actually geschehen? Sie haben gehabt a community, wo sie gewatcht der Video und invested in der company. Und sie kommen zu uns fragen, any update? Ich habe nicht keine Updates, ich habe nicht keine Aussage. Ich bin gekommen 3 Jahre später zu Doroni, zu hören, wo sie haben zu suchen, für die Menschen, die haben invested dadurch in. Und sie haben 4 major updates für uns. Eins ist wegen der Team, wo sie es involved haben. Der zweite ist wegen der Government Certifications, was sie geben für die Technology, also actually können bringen to the market sehr schnell. About the financial part von der Company and about the software, was man invested in the AI advancements, was es handelt. Shalom Aleichem.
Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so, uns haben wir Updates, uns darf man wissen, was geht vor. Menschen haben invested Geld, man darf wissen. Das ist kein Taglis, wir können ziemlich Messages.
Hold on, we're going to explain everything.
Fahren Sie gehen wir weiter, jetzt ein bisschen History. Ein paar Jahre zurück, wenn drones hat umgehoben werden in Reality, hat Drone Murdiger in seinem Dining Room and Garage created a prototype in 2017. In 2021, wenn sie gedacht waren Investors, wo sein Project ist und wo sie arbeiten auf, haben sie gebracht das Two-Seater Concept, wo sie gedacht waren a Luxury Daily Driver in the Air. Und das gewesen der Model. In 2023, wenn Leder Stokes herumgekommen filmen, der erste Mal der Project, is gewesen der car der erste Mal available zu wasen für Investors, wie sie the car concept in 2021 actually fleet. Und das gewesen der erste car, was hat actually geflogen, und so haben sie gehabt in friedige Videos, heißt Tether Testing. Und der CEO ist actually gewesen inside und dort auf der angelegt ein Emergency Stop Button, das alles schon mal etwas geschehen, so es keine werden gestoppt. A Woche vor Pesach in 2026 hat Doroni gemacht in der Room ein Event, wie sie haben revealed, der erste Mal für hunderte Menschen in der Room und für tausende Menschen, die haben invested, und zehnliche tausende Menschen, die haben gewatcht, die Videos online, der Model of 2026. Ich will sehen, was tut sich in der Model und verstehen die Differences, wo sie gewähnt damals versus Hand. Und sie a Model ist just a Model zu wasen, oder sie gaat actually bringen der Model zu the market. So, uns gehen wir durchgehen die Details von den Updates. Eine von den ersten Sachen ist Software. Lass mir verstehen die Updates und Software von der Model. Steve, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. What is your role in the company?
I'm a software engineer.
Software engineer. So one of the 4 things that we're going to update today, one is software. 3 years ago when I was here, it was just basic software. Now I heard there's AI.
Yeah.
What has changed in these 3 years?
So first of all, we have the companion AI called Soul AI. This is like the main system that giving you all the advices, all the navigation rules, everything very user-friendly, very easy to navigate, and basically showing you everything. The same as Copilot, it's actually sitting next to you and assisting you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's like your friend, your mother, that helps you
yeah,
out.
Your pilot mother, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so how does it work? What did you do for it? And you want to show me, demonstrate me how it works?
So before we actually about to take off, I'm going to turn on the app, as you can see here. Okay. This is showing you the state of the operation. I can beforehand see everything related to diagnostic, health, anything I need to know and be alerted of.
To know my car, to know my system, what's happening.
Yes, okay. What's happening behind the thing under the hood, kind of. And then I can like choose a flight plan beforehand that I set it, or just like a new flight plan. For example, here I'm just going to go to the Biscayne pad here, and I can see, I'm just going. This is like a very traffic busy area.
Okay, so let's say now you have your phone on your couch, for example, and you want to fly to your office, or you want to go to navigation. So you open up the app on your phone. You set your route, point A to point B, just like you do it in your car for Google Maps, okay.
Yes, and once you're ready, you can send this command here, and you can step and actually go inside the H1-X. Let's start by
So this model is called H1-X?
Yes, this is H1-X.
Okay.
So imagine we just step in, okay? System is booting up. You already have the data and everything I set up before, as I said, the AI can sync with the calendar, with things that you already have, so it can smart suggest you.
It knows your profile.
Knows your profile, exactly. So we're going to put identification. It's also going to identify with the cell phone itself.
Okay, so now it's going through the test to see if everything is working properly.
Yes.
Okay, this is also AI or just the software?
This is the software here that's sitting behind, and it's checking by a very, very strict and safety checklist that's going in. And now we have the, the main app, everything already set up. We did from the phone here, so I'm just going to pick the destination I wanted to do. If it's going to be the casino, if it's going to be the Miami International Airport.
So basically, you took all your details from the phone and started your route through the machine right away.
Correct, yes.
Okay, and now you're flying already.
Yes, now I'm flying.
It's that easy.
Very easy. So you can see we have the dot here. This is like the AI sitting behind the system, going, reading everything needs to know about getting destination safely, efficiently, and of course without any hazard, any safety risks that can be. For example, the forbidden areas here, this is like a restricted aircraft that sitting next to the office. We cannot go above it. So it's going to like find a way, redirect us. If it's like a static one that's always sitting there, if it's like a new one, for example, the president is about to cross 95 and we want to just kind of go to not restricted areas.
Right, so if the president comes and the area knows right away that that place is closed down and it's gonna take you to a different route. So how's the route actually working in the sky?
So the route is very simple. It's actually taking like a straight line, as you can see here. This is like showing you where exactly we need to go, but also it's leading us towards the Sol AI. So I'm going to show you in a second. It's trying to get the easiest A to B kind of navigation, but also redirects you for any weather system, any navigation related to
and what's if an aircraft comes that way? Let's say if a private jet is coming that way. How does it talk to the private jet? Does it understand that they're operating at the same time in the same area?
Yes, there is a certain attitudes for each one, a designated one for eVTOLs, so we have also that part.
And that's going to be all over, or just going to start in Florida?
It's going to be all over.
Yeah. All over. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be on a lower altitude than, I guess, regular aircrafts.
It's going to be,
what has happened here?
Yeah, so for example, we are Florida, very tropical climate. We have just weather system that build up in front of us, some clouds, some things that's actually coming our way. We want to make sure that is kind of not getting, so it's going to take left, as you can see here.
Wow, so if it's a rainy day, you're going to try to avoid the rain?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And why do you try to avoid it in the rain?
If it's like heavy rain or it's a windy area, first of all, it's taking more battery for us. It's not efficient. It's also not nice sometimes, some low turbulences or stuff. We also want to avoid, if it's possible, some things, especially if it's thunderstorm area. We have certain regulations for each one of the weathers, but this is mainly the reason.
It's like going on the Verzano Bridge and feeling the winds while you drive.
Yeah, we will give you the smoothest flight as possible.
Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. What else have you changed in the past
Many
years?
things in the show. Let me show you like the operation system. As you can see here, the AI is actually takes all live data from EV charging spot. Everything you see, the small dots here, it's blue by its available locations and available spots. So if I want to fly and I have to charge, I need to know exactly before I'm landing how many charging spots available in that specific EV charging station. So we can see here EV have been loaded by the AI, and AI can build my path with all the EV charging spots for landing, charging. Even if I have like some meeting near, New York City, I can just like see which exactly spot I can land to park and also to charge. So it's going to offer me wisely based on real data, where should I go exactly and land.
So as I want to see if I understand. So basically all these dots enter your database, and you understand what they are. They are charging stations.
Mm-hmm.
And based on your routes, you're gonna give the options if you need to charge to see what's the closest charge. Just like, let's say Google Maps offers me a gas station in my car when it's low gas. Same way you're gonna offer a charging station during a flight, and you'll understand where all these charging stations are and how I can land there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And also we can see here, this is like a smart navigation. So example, we just took off from the latest stocks in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn to Muncie here, it says an hour and 43 minutes.
Yeah, based on the live
in the traffic now.
Yes.
It can take an hour at night, but an hour and 10 minutes, but this is hour 43 minutes now in the afternoon. And it says 28 minutes, I guess, from the direct path if you take the Doroni H1-X.
Yeah, so it actually you can take in consideration You know, if I want to take the car here, if I want to take the eVTOL, sometimes, you know, if it's like a very small, very short, I can take the car. But for this one, for example, I'm saving like more than like 1 hour and 20 minutes, you know, here, just, you know, by flying to the Shul, saving me tremendous time, especially in the peak hour. You can see like we have the red areas.
This is a third of the time.
Third of the time.
This is 28 minutes, this is hour and 43 minutes.
Third of the time. That's insanely amount of time saving each day. And if you have other,
So if you live in Brooklyn or Monsey and you want to come in every day for work, this is a good option for you to do.
Yeah. So while we're flying, we can see everything related to the speed, to the battery. We're trying to make it very, very efficient and making sure you're flying in the optimal way. Everything related to the mood, it can change automatically by you or by the system if needed a specific navigation type.
Okay. And what other changes are coming in the near future that you haven't built out yet?
So we're building a lot of features. Most of them is simplifying the flight controls, making them more user-friendly, everything related to the app, and kind of making sure that all the ecosystem that we're building is safe, easy, and user-friendly.
So AI is just a tool that's helping you out to be on top of it all the time, more consistently, and better optimization, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much, Steve, for your time.
My pleasure.
And now we're going to go to the next step to see what happened with the team.
Let's do it.
Jetzt gehen wir herangehen und reden ein bisschen wegen der Team Update. Sie geht noch sagen ein bisschen in English, but noch dann gehen wir zurückgehen in Yiddish. So, thank you for coming on, the CEO of Doroni, Mr. Doroni. Last time we spoke, I made a mistake, by the way. Last time I said you're a Fortune 500 company. Yes. I was saying that you're on the way to get to that place, but you're not at the moment.
Yep.
But I want to talk a little bit about the teams. What has changed the past 3 years from when I was here last time until today? The first change is the location. I see that it's a different location, and I see that a lot of people that were there are not here on this location. So do you have multiple locations? What has changed?
We have a little bit in Israel, and some of the teams in Israel, in the UK, throughout the US. We added Washington. I think now we're close to about 18 or 19 members. We brought in new team members, people with a lot of experience in electric aviation. We added a team, a company called eVTOL, if you know that. It's the first electric aircraft, raised over $300 million. They did, it's a passenger, 11 passenger, so it's all electric. It's not an eVTOL though, but we brought the engineering team, and in fact, the founder joined our team as a director in the company. So he's advising and he's very close.
So he works for that company and for your company?
No, he left that company.
Oh, he left.
Yeah, he's working other things and he's also advising us as well.
Oh, wow, okay.
So like Joby and also for us.
Okay, well Joby is a taxi.
It's air taxi, yes, we're totally different market.
Right, so they're also eVTOL, which means like the flying car idea is called
It's a totally
eVTOL.
Different market.
Right.
Maybe I should touch base on that, you would like?
Yeah, it's basically very simple. You are a private-owned car, luxury car
right,
in
for
the
personal
air,
use.
For personal use, and they are more taxis that will take
ride sharing like Uber.
Yeah,
it's a totally different market though. Okay, totally different market. It's a totally different aircraft. I think the only common denominator is that it's electric and it takes off vertical. But other than that, it's designed differently. It's the use case is differently. The market is different.
Right, that's like electric helicopter sort of thing.
In a way, yes. It's a service, yes.
Right. So you go into the flight, they take you somewhere.
Yeah, you take your car or whatever, you want to go to the vertiport or a helipad, you take it as a service.
Right.
You go to a different airport, again, helipad or vertiport, you land, and then you take your other car or whatever to your point of destination. So
right, here is the personal guy who has a garage, leaves his house.
Among other things, yes. So this can be served as for engineering purpose as well. For example, you want to send an engineer to fix high electric wires, whatever. Can also rescue people. So but all the orders that we have are from personal, including farmers. You know, in California, would like to go and check the crops. Okay,
so now that we know about the teams, let's get to the actual car to see the actual differences between the H1 and the H1-X. So the H1-X is the new model that you just revealed before Passover, and the H1 is the prototype we saw last time.
The H1-X, we basically have the drawing, the renders last year. Okay. I think it was even 24 or something like that, and then we started working on actually build that showroom model that you're going to see in a second, or you already saw before, and it was called the showroom engineering model.
Okay.
For us to interact, for our engineers to understand, you know, because there's a difference when you are working on something three-dimensional, really when you have it physical, and for investors and for customers as well. And we had the event, unveiling event in this March.
Okay, so let's go in
Yes, sir.
and let's see how the model is different
Sure.
than the H1.
Sure. So here you already saw the history, a little bit of the history. And maybe we should now go to the main, the H1-X.
I see that the old model, when I came here the first time, it was both wings were like almost the same height. Now this is raised much higher. What are the differences between these two models?
So I believe when you were here, we already had test flights, we got certification. For us was to prove that this type of configuration can work. But we knew that the airframe needs to be modified to be more efficient in terms of flying, in terms of aerodynamics, flying forward. And so we took our time, and you know, like good food takes a lot of time to make, right? To make, that's what happens with this. So we had to do multiple of digital testing and iterations with our aerospace engineers, and we came up with the H1-X.
Tell me the differences, the updates that you changed.
Okay,
to
so
modify this
we
model.
kept a similar style of configuration, which are these are the ducted fans. That means enclosed propellers and motors, two each in each duct. Okay, we did it here, although this was exposed, but the design for the H1 basically was enclosed, so we kept that. What we added more lift surfaces. That means you don't have to all the time use the power of the propellers in order to, so you basically use energy in order to lift yourself, like an aircraft. So you have lifting surface, that means wings. So we have 6 wings here. You see lower wings, upper wings, but we also have the landing gear, which is also a wing. This is a patented as well, this is another patent. So we did multiple of patents.
So you added many patents to
Exactly.
this car versus the older
Improved
model.
design, yes.
Right.
So for example, these are called wing fences. The idea is to basically reduce the amount of air that will go from, you know, going over the surface into the duct, so by creating more drag. So this is a patent. This is another patent, the landing gear. So multiple
Everything
things.
is design patents?
Not everything, but a lot of it.
And what other patents do you have besides design?
The way it flies, the flight control, the ducted fans stationary inside the wings, and altitude control. There's multiple things that are already patented.
Okay.
And we continue obviously patent because this is part of the assets of the company. So what you have, we still kept a roadster configuration of a 2-seater, right? Wings are gull wings, they're open like, you know, upper. And the machine it's much easier to operate with just, as you saw, one tablet rather than 3 and a joystick. In terms of redundancy, we kept the same concept that we have anti-collision sensors, carbon fiber body, like a monocoque, like a Formula One, and also a parachute.
Oh,
that'll be
that's what I
deployed.
wanted to ask you, if the parachute still exists.
It's still.
One thing I see here is that you added the space for suitcases.
Right. So golf also for golf clubs, if you want to go golf as well. We designed this machine to be a practical, everyday work vehicle. I'm comparing it a little bit maybe to the Porsche 911, okay? So it's an expensive car, but it's a car intended to be used on a daily basis, not just a weekend car like Ferrari or Lamborghini. It's expensive, but it's, you know, you can use it for daily life. You can enjoy it, and it's practical. It works.
So you get yourself a lift up.
Yep.
And then
Push.
straight.
And so the beautiful thing is we learn from the previous configuration. And you know probably when a drone flies, so he has.
I want to bring a drone to
Maybe
demonstrate.
I'll show. Yeah, good one. So let's say this wants to fly forward faster. In order for it to fly forward faster, it will increase the speed, RPM, and we'll have a tilt. Want to fly left, we want bank here, whatever, all this. So this is controlled by just the RPM of the propellers. So this is a very nice, but it's not an efficient flight because you don't have lift
You get
surfaces.
shaked up outside.
First, yes, you're right. You get this tilt motion, and every time you go like this, it's not a good feeling. But the second thing is also energy efficiency. You're just relying on this to keep it. That's why they don't last in terms of time, 30 minutes. We need to have energy from the wind. So that's why we're using wings. Again, what we did more, we designed electric motors in the landing gear, so you can taxi in and out of your garage as well.
Right, so you're gonna drive out? Like
Yeah,
it's
you're gonna drive out, exactly, yeah, and then go vertical. So it's not like a helicopter where a helicopter lands and becomes stationary. This is basically, it's a more agile system that you can taxi, you can park, you can go charge at the charger.
So it's not just an electric helicopter, it's actually a flying car, because you have your car locally, you're gonna maneuver it around to get out of your space, and then you could just lift yourself up vertical. And just
the intention is to basically drive or, close areas. It's not, you're not intended to drive on a highway because there's no need. Essentially, you go directly to your destination. So it's just more of a convenience. I want to charge, I want to park, this is what I need to taxi.
So this is the final design that's gonna come to market, or are you still gonna update it?
We are improving this one as well.
And what changes are you expecting?
I can't disclose at this point.
Oh, okay.
Let's say you want to create range. You have huge wings, but then how can you park it in your two-car garage? It's not comfortable. So you have to, it's a bunch of compromises, constantly compromise, until you get the best package that your customers and investors are interested in. And again, because we have now so many investors and so many customers, we are tuned. We get all the questions and we communicate with them all the time to bring the best offer we can.
Do you think you can update the range in the next model?
I definitely, I believe so, otherwise I wouldn't do it. I believe so. It depends on multiple things. It's about using as little as the autopilot as possible. So every time you use the autopilot, you spend energy to try to balance itself. So we try to less balance the system with the motors, more use lift on the wings, see how the motors are efficient, how the battery cells are, So these are multiple things work all together in order to achieve efficiency and range.
Just like electric vehicles are updating battery range.
Yeah, you have now cars doing 400 miles.
Okay, I got you. Thank you so much for coming on today.
I appreciate it. Thank you for coming over.
Yeah, nice to see you again after 3 years.
Yeah, and we'll share more of the moving forward.
Thank you. Okay, we're finally back. Ich meine, deze gewen een beetje English, but lang terug aan Yiddish, focussen auf Yiddish content. Okay, ich habe gemacht ein Video, 3 Uhr zurück, durchgegangen die Models, die Sachen, man redet jetzt wegen der History, wegen Han, the neue H1-X, beautiful, amazing. Question is, at the end of the day, models are beautiful, models are amazing, and projections is awesome, but jetzt will ich wissen the actual reality. When kommt der product, when gaat man es actually können fliehen? Geht es actually werden in some geredet certification, ja? Das ist einer von den Topics, was ich beim Upgrade. Was ist geschehen mit Certification? Wie hält es? Was soll die Florida Government beglazen sein involved into the project? And was meint es für ein Kazazen involved in eVTOLs in the industry?
First thing is the certification is the most important thing. Without certification in place, this is a Nijukan pathway for NC coming to the market. So Zaten Samungam in 2021, the ASTM heißt es, was mit der FAA, wir sitzen für Juden, zusammenzulegen a certification path for electric aircraft. Before them is nicht gewesen, es ist nicht an electric aircraft. There was no certification path.
The category existed, and we have created a category.
Yeah, we have created the category. So the FAA for FIDU since 2021 bezig. So again, in the company, alle the große eVTOL companies, to introduce a new rules and regulations for electric powered aircraft. Let's say years given in July 2025, they introduced the Mosaic rules. The Mosaic rules, you can put it on the screen.
What's it?
The Mosaic rules is the modernization of light sport aircraft. So light sport aircraft is basically bis a two-seater airplane. Was about 1,350 pounds takeoff. Was they can have a 25-hour sports pilot's license, and they can flying.
So this was my guy skydiving with the kleine aircraft?
Yeah, I think so. It's a two-seater. I wouldn't say no. It's a smaller. It's LSA.
Oh. LSA meint...
LSA, not a commercial one. It's a
Okay.
for personal use. Okay, so a two-seater, you can find it online. You can post it.
So I'm expanded the LSA,
So basically-
including the eVTOL.
So but the LSA, the get Sache von ist, zum Beispiel a commercial airplane. Jede part was die boast, that is separately certified. And this kann man sehr lang. There's the air taxis and the certification for Finneview. They werden yet certified. Hopefully in the next few years are going to durchgehen. But insgesamt mit LSA, a stutz von jede part da werden separately certified before the Bose Warte, right? LSA, sie geben dich the rulebook. Okay, this is was die das nutzen zu bauen. Follow the instructions. Wenn endlich bauen, kommen ins und sagen dich, was sie geht. So, a process kann man Finneview, kann man a Jahr zu 2 Jahr max durchzugehen.
And when they this release, they have
That was released in July 2025. They introduced the rules. It went back for questions and everything. And they're now confirming it next month, actually, by Oshkosh. Oshkosh is a very famous air show every year. So Oshkosh is when they usually introduce it. So this is what's going to happen this year. So
einmal this is done, the government had this, and they geben the klare Sachen, was ich davon haben.
yeah, the
Jetzt
guys.
kann ich sich zustellen zu einer requirement
Yeah.
and get it approval.
Yeah, so in some gewiss der ganze Zeit, was the requirements geht sein. Weil zum dadurch gerät, in some design the aircraft, the two-seater, personal use, should weigh under 2,000 pounds, electric, user-friendly, all these different requirements they were asking us. And we built it on this certification path. And now it's just a stamp. So they get back into Hechscher. Man weiß, dass okay, but that's wohl ist der Weg. But bis I come around, so
Zij zoeken dich das gut getan. So wie lange gaat nemen actually zu bekommen the stamp?
the stamp is, so the goal is to have test flights next year. So in the team, there is the prototype. The prototype is in the team boat yet. So it's finalizing the production prototypes was got flying. So it's on track to have test flights next year. Hopefully next video gets on. When we flying.
So ik heb nog een update video.
Yeah, don't worry, it's coming. But
Okay, so when gaat actually zijn dat ook was maar gaat vliegen the aircraft?
say
Projection,
early 2027.
early 2027.
Yeah, in the first half of 2027.
So this might mamish in the
Yeah.
near future. Wow. Okay, so and this guy they can not locally do in Florida and actually vliegen in the middle. This guy planes on.
They get down for testing. For the
Oh,
first
not
year, yeah.
testing.
For 2027 to 2028, testing heavily.
So when gaat the customer bekommen the eerste product?
We're targeting for end of 2028.
Okay.
Okay? It's a target. Be very open and very clear. The type of products, things get delayed. You have to know this
Was
is the
in the
industry.
grootste bottlenecks zo omkomen?
So the greatest bottlenecks for bis jetzt is given funding. Okay? Bist a kleine company, hypes tun, guys here didn't mention flying car, war von der groß von der Zimmer.
Yeah. It sound English as science fiction.
Yeah,
Das was
science fiction concept. A bit you prove it, it's very hard to get. So in some it's schon some raised like $15 million.
Wow.
Und sie haben. Nachdem they go on some developed and some hired team, and some given the original test flights, some designed and research, work with the FAA, gehired key chevre, to develop. And then the goal is given as it's going Boeing in some of the design, but the Sivas see developed in a marketing way. It's kind of is like, okay, this is what's since Boeing. You see it, and it's not render. Come around, touch us, feel us. You can understand how it's going to work in your daily life.
En in zo'n gemachte video is schon actually gewesen
Telefons,
testing.
ja.
Was dort hat man gesehen wie sie fliegt. So wenn einer kommt heran, sieht sie actual reality, was kann
Ja.
sein im Metzies. Bis damals ist noch geschehen kein testing, dus man kann actually sehen als die aircraft in der
Yeah, but full of demos. In some grays,
fliehen.
the initial $3 million befeiens. Jens hat uns genommen von 3 Millionen zu 15 Millionen.
Okay, this is just the concept was ich gehad, but the second was ich gewissen, als
Yeah,
ich kann
for sure.
actually fliehen, dann sind die Menschen reinkommen,
Yeah,
hey, this is something, it's happening, es ist nicht nach Hulen, was man trägt, aber sie wird schon wieder ein Episode Reality,
Yeah.
aber sie gewinnen 3 Jahre zurück, sie gewinnen 4 Jahre, gewinnen Mainstream, 4 Sachen sich gechanged. So, mein Goal ist a Mensch hat invested in their company. He wants to know about MS the update. Was geht zusammen mit dem? Has gesagt, as projecting end of 2028 to deliver to customers. Will wissen, what are the things was happening zu erreichen? Also ich habe gefragt, the bottlenecks.
Ja.
Haben certain Sachen geschehen nicht. Wie lange geht das nehmen? And was is their company as a whole, and financial part? Wie alt en ik heb gezien, ze a Saudi Arabia company was what invested in a company. Was is Jens given, I think $30 million or something over a period of time. So I just want to discuss these details. So can ik klure verstehen. Aber wenn eine Message mich, ich kann gerne was ihm zu empfehlen. Ich will nicht in der Company, manchmal ich run Doroni. No, ich habe just gemacht ein Video. And ich habe rustig Menschen gefragt questions. I just wanted to know these answers.
And that's why very important.
Right. And that's why we're doing the video. It's nicht a flying car video, because that was something is getting and that was something showed flying car idea. Jetzt redt man actually the Matthias.
Ah, perfect. So to break it down, the biggest hurdles given is for a company as of you ends is do you have enough runway till you have a product? Meaning, die läufst raus von Geld, bevor du hast the product, you're done.
Right.
So the key is to have enough cash flow, Geld was kommt heran von investors, to fund the product until you get it.
Du hast das Team, was heran, die hast Menschen, die Sachen werden bezahlt, hast Rente bezahlt, hast Menschen, die sind in Production, Software, alle Sachen kosten Geld jeden einzigen Tag. So if die hast nicht das Geld zu bezahlen, die Menschen, kannst du nicht bringen the product to the finish line.
Yeah, so, the right Sache ist, dass developing the product now. So
nein, kann ich nicht.
So, it's $30 million.
Okay.
Is to bring it to the market. This is some projected 30 million would get us not even to all the way to production. We're gonna need more money for production. But for when it's bringing this in the air, ins Weißen is kind of raising the geld. But the größte hurdle for uns is given the erste $30 million. It's a kleine company. You're new kids on the block. You're gonna have to prove yourself really hard for people to trust you with a lot of money. And if they willen dich geben, the ones who willen dich ja geben, they're going to squeeze you on the evaluation like crazy. Right? The organic comes down and asking. So, in some mastered crowdfunding. Okay? In some get raised, before in some days unveiled, before in some days given to the other ones, raised $15 million from 5,000 investors.
$15 million?
$15 million from 5,000 investors.
Okay, wow.
Okay, from around the world.
So 45 million.
So 45 million is to get through FAA certification, to build 2-3 prototypes, go through testing, validations, everything, buying the parts, developing a lot of things.
What's with the investor from Saudi Arabia?
Okay, so of course, let's once again some continued fundraising, some great stuff. In the meantime, some sich verwegen zu bekommen $30 million. So then going to a funds and a conversations. And before Trump was elected, so in Saudi Arabia, gegangen into companies, gegeben agreements, signed agreements for deals. So again in negotiations for 6 geduschen, sie haben gegeben a deal, sie haben zurückgeflogen, the CEO Doroni is gewähnt that when Trump is gewähnt, ich kann euch schicken pictures. Gewähnt that when Trump gewähnt in Saudi Arabia, got the full VIP experience with alles. And when sie gekommen to actually schicken the Geld, it didn't work. At that time, we were saying, you don't want to deal with these guys. They were a little shady. Sie haben geschickt the Geld in Zeit, and you can't develop, a partner was you can't rely on. Because, okay, let me say, gewöhnlich die Investments, aber sie geben dich nicht $30 Million auf einmal, sie geben dich 5
Million.
And okay, the meets day Sache. So, in our aircraft, as I definitely my partner was we can't trust him. So we made the decision to leave it.
Oh, you opted out of the deal?
We opted out of the deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it was very hard. They're still running after us.
Okay.
Because now they see the progress, but we decided that we're not going to go. So it was some geteen and some gefahr with the SEC. SEC is the regulations for securities, for stock. You get in trouble with the SEC, like insider trade, anything it's related to SEC. So we have found with the SEC as well, raising 75 million from the public. Okay, so there's a regulation A, heißt es. a file, they go through all your bank statements, everything.
So I
The whole-
can't say it's a legitimate
Yeah,
company.
they're full audit, yeah. If you want to raise money, what did you do with, do you have
Wie the
financials?
product? Is this a scam or is this
Yeah, you have to have
actual
reports, and it's very detailed. Like, it's very hard to get there. Some companies, it takes them 2 years to get it. We had it in 30 days,
company? Wow.
literally in 30 days. From when it took a lot of time to file and build the whole thing together. But once we put it in, we got an email, mamish min shamayim, because that happened. Saudi Arabia deal fell through in October, whatever, and then in some gedacht nach a Weg zu reisen. Some schon viel gearbeitet, waren some gewollt in reggae anyways, as a backup eigentlich. So, and some roads go back from seine deal, geworden approved sehr schnell. So the idea is given that in bauen the prototype jetzt, alles ist just geschehen in derselbe Zeit. It's like development, in some okay, it's going bauen the prototype, so it's kind of doesn't develop. So the goal is in some set, okay, March 26, it's going to an unveiling event. It's going to invite hunderte investors. I mean, it's got thousands of investors already invested. Promoted the event, and we got to unveil the aircraft. The goal is going to get on the kickoff. See an I raise. It's definitely raising 45, 30 to $45 million. See actually this Boeing. Well, in some the tech and some design, it's alles the finance. So Baruch Hashem the event. In the next track to raising schon 2 Gedushim, then track to hitting by the end of the Chodesh über $15 million just in the 2 Gedushim.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
10 sei geht auf ein...
Oh, Baruch Hashem.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
In some bekommen über 20.000 Investor Leads, können dann über schon in 2 Gedushim über 2.500 von Hand. Und ich guess posten the Video jetzt ist, well, it's still a share price increase. So, wegen the traction and the development and all nice and the
Weer meer valuable,
Yeah,
denk ik, verkopen
but
van Amerika.
the market, so jeder muss kommen a chunk von investors, you increase the share price. So this was macht investors aankomen. So we'll see a crazy bump in Mr. Shem over the next week and a half.
Okay. So my question to you is, mensen was komen jetzt aan investen.
Yeah.
When darf man sie expecten returns for their company?
So this is a startup company. Menschen was watching davon verstehen. This is nicht kein regular investment. This is für eine, was hat das Sache übrige Geld, was kann warten mit seinem Geld. In some Anfang als Investors heimische haben, was ich kenne. Ich bin gekommen zu einem Jungen, ich habe gesagt, invest in the flying car, pa. And 2 years, ich bin jung, und ich meinte, weil mir gesagt, man hat es gegeben als ein Date. Ich suchte mich, ich denke, mir gesagt, und er sucht mich nach Hand, jeder Mal sagt mich, ich rede mit dem. Er sagt, Avrumi, I trust in the company, but gedenk, das geht nicht nehmen 2 Uhr. Ich invest, wissen, dass das kann nehmen 50, 10 Uhr. Das ist the type of mindset, ob einer will investen, und wenn die Tax von wegen investen a certain amount, was die sagen, that they Geld is nicht, it doesn't even come up. Also, ich kann davon oben für etwas. Like, this is...
Das ist extremely, das ist extreme cash pile, that sie können just operaten a life und nicht davon sie kommen zu der Geld, was
Yeah, this is the einzigste Weg, du kannst investen in a startup, so any risky Sache is you have your lifestyle, das machst du Geld, this is...
So, für Menschen, was watchen, ich darf nur genug Geld zu können umgehen, auf alle Tomachase schon mit dieser Arbeit sich nicht aus, ich sehe noch
alt. Sag mehr Geld.
Sag mehr Geld, also ich kann nicht badern, als ich kann investen in dem. So, the idea is, einer was enjoyed startups and hat lieb Sachen, was sind different, mehr fun, mehr...
Yeah, it's a very fun project, yeah.
Mehr quirky, mehr techy, mehr exciting Sachen. Es ist noch eine Opportunity für ihn, aber ob die kannst nicht investen in das, ja, einige schicken, muss nicht mehr raus Geld von der Heimschutz über das. No, don't invest, das ist nicht für dich.
Das ist die erste, ich kicke auf die Investors, some 1000 Investors, the heimische Percent is 0.0%.
Okay.
Baruch Hashem, we had a lot of heimische people invested nice money, but comparing to what we raise, it's tiny. But I always look, and ich sehe ein paar Mucheber, was kommen an, ich sehe, sie wollen investen 10.000, 15.000, und ich liebe sie auch, like, ich habe mal, was ist da Masse? Like, ich kicke auf seine Address, ich kicke, wie sie wohnen, und like, Sicher, du kennst, hast 10.000, wie nimmst du das? Like, man darf sagen,
Oh,
man
du
darf
swipest
nicht tun,
es
nicht
von
an
Credit
stupid.
Card?
No, man kann nicht, das ist, ich sage es sehr klar, it has to be, money was, du hast weggelegt für Investment. Nämlich dein Kindesgassene Geld,
Fund.
von nämlich kein Gunisch, was ist,
Yeah, basically, it's very clear.
have to be, you know,
But the
startups
can't nicht afforden, don't do it.
you don't need
That's
to. But for Menschen, was sind ja interested, die Menschen, was kennen, darf man verstehen, als Baruch Hashem, the größte hurdle is Baruch Hashem looking like we have a path. Till now, we didn't have, it was very hard to fund things like, are you going to get the 35? Baruch Hashem, we're going to be halfway there in the next 2 weeks. 15, and not just that, the good Sachen crowdfunding, just for Menschen, was actually crowdfunding are, but the guy says the advertise he developed, that is promotions, social media, videos online, and Menschen come and invest in that company. Thousands of Menschen. The guy's viral. Menschen invest in anywhere from $1,000 bis, whichever numbers everyone invests in, millions. So, die boast a massive list. So, ich habe a funnel, jetzt habe ich close to 20.000 Menschen, die auch gesagt haben, E-Mail, and sind interested in investing. So ich die update videos, educational emails, mit was sei. So jetzt, wenn die boast auf as a list, and over the next year, the goal is, man geht 150.000 Menschen auf der List, and the goal is 20.000 Menschen was investen. Mit $45 million is beirich the averages. This average is, jetzt darf man 20.000 investors, sie kennen 45 million, which was about 15, but 15 und 20. Ich vermache die raise, right? And I'm looking time when test flights and ich darf raise noch Geld further down the line. It's a startup. Startup always needs money. It's always the biggest hurdle. But the investment jetzt, ich kann rausgehen, ich habe jetzt 150.000 Menschen. Ich habe nicht eins, nicht zwei, es haben hunderte Investors, die sind reingekommen für, sie haben ungeheuer mit $1,000 zusammen invested. Noch sie sind familiar mit der Company, noch sind IU und zum Updates, sehen the company progress. I sag nicht, wir invested $1,000 and they go investing 50 to $100,000.
Wow.
Yeah, really. So the boss is as a funnel.
So it's a bisschen gesagt, was jene seht, okay, lass mich investen, Tausender, und auch dem, bei MS halt mit denke progress, und dann sehen, was geht vor, and he sees that you're pumping in a lot of effort to make it happen, and die wirst mehr serious, du wirst ein größeres Team, bringst daran mit, realistic Platz. Jede Sache, was geschieht, muss der FAA approved, etwas, was kommt zu Certification.
Ich kann raisen $1 million a tag.
Right.
Ich kenne companies with 10 days, some raise $200 million from the public. It's a very good tool. Whoever's in startups, it's very hard. So maybe the charity campaigns with multi investments, but it's a very clever way for companies to do it. You're not relying on VCs.
Das nicht kann, exactly, venture capitals, investor, and so on, was nehmen über the company and control alles, die kennen sie an den eigenen Honor. Now, the schwerste question is, ich weiß nicht, wie sie das helfen, but was tip man if it actually fails? You can't bring the product to market.
It's gonna fail.
Right.
Just like a startup, yeah.
So, meaning to say is that anyone who's invested is not going to get...
You ask me, it's not going to fail.
Ich verstehe, was ich rede. Ich will sein honest mit euch. Ich verstehe, was geschieht. So, die investment apples was can haben potential, so kommen zum market, but can auch nicht haben the potential.
Right.
So, when you invest, that's the wissen klar.
If you invest, you have to be okay that it's going to lose.
Right.
It's a startup, 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20 startups make it.
Right. Yeah. So this is a kleine percentage.
Exactly.
But you're confident enough, zusammen mit dem Team, mit alle Menschen, die sind involved, mit alle Sachen, was ich tun, and at least trying to sein on the right path, sich machen, als alles, was da werden getan, all the diligence is happening.
The successful startups, usually, there's a few ingredients. You have to have the right timing, the right team, and a product that people want, okay? And Doroni has all three of this.
Right.
Okay? The timing is, look what's happening in the market, okay? AI, robotics, flying air taxis, you see it, it's happening. It's not just us, it's the industry as a whole is happening. So timing or the right time. We started years ago, before everybody else. In some patents, which are the ducted fan technology in the wings and all these Sachen was kein noch getracht von denen. Sie bauen als aircraft nimmt just the planning.
So that's the reason for the andere air taxis haben nicht die meine technologies.
Okay.
Sie haben nicht kennt nutzen der...
Sei mal, wir können mit der ganzen a ganz other concept, okay? It's a heavy aircraft, it's 6,000 pounds. The design has to be different. It's very hard. So in some focus of the personal.
Right.
Okay, it's nicht commercial. This is also
Do any other company was this personal H1-X?
Still a company Aleph in California. They're most likely going to close down.
So,
They don't have funding.
oh, the problem was most mentioned over was even
Yeah.
companies how much the funds. And Thomas hebben coming aan investor.
Well, Simon got actually mit VCs. VCs haben gegeben Geld. Sie haben erst $10 million. Und nachdem die VCs, nicht gegangen, nicht gefahren mit seinem Geld, sie bekommen,
Right. So can I get
sie
some
können
next
so,
step?
aim sie gehen zu crowdfunding. I hope he does good, because for us it's good. Ins davon haben the market soll gehen.
Okay, jetzt heraus von der ganze investors, let's wrap it up. Mein Video gewesen, von Menschen, was haben invested, sie bekommen Updates. Die Updates sind gewesen, ich komme bekommen ein größeres Team, und ich komme bekommen multiple
Key
locations.
players,
Key players, was
key team members was, each of them are
experts in
like,
their
not
field.
just experts in corporate episodes, they have our skunk works. They have a T-bone episode, you can't come with the mindset of, let's do what we did until now.
Right.
Verstehst?
So this is after mehr Menschen was out of the
Ja, man gab
box.
treffen, die haben gearbeitet auf projects, was dann will,
Okay.
some gehad Boeing engineers, it's hard nicht. You need to have,
That's a default. That's
Yeah,
that's
they're gonna-
out of
yeah.
the box. Okay, that's number one. Number two is gewesen the financials. What's the update with financials? I think I'm geraised actually.
So in Zeniat-
was saying that.
yeah, and some, the pathway to raising the geld. Baruch Hashem, it's looking really good, so development.
That's a
yeah.
good thing.
That is, I would say, the biggest key. When you have the capital,
Right.
the tech is here, everybody knows it. We don't have to prove it, technology is here.
Right. And
Electric batteries.
that's the
more-
next part is the technology. As in actually updated the basic zaken was ik daarvan noemen dat ze kunnen brengen the aircraft to life.
Yeah,
So this
it's
is
being updated every day. It's
right.
being
So
improved.
from apps to technology, AI, and alle zaken is
Design.
samen te brengen.
Design
And
is the
the
key.
aerodynamics and the updates in design and alle patents was ik am gehad was is verrenk. De laatste zaak is the certifications. The certifications is the LSA heißt es.
LSA under Mosaic rules, the Mosaic modernization of airworthiness certification, something like that.
But kids and
Yeah.
created a category was in kennis brengen zeg
Yeah, the FAA, it is, yeah.
And this macht das Engels can actually produce in home ready by the end of 2028. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay, so this is sort of the update.
Yeah,
for
and the next
investors.
video,
Yeah, actually,
Mr. Shem.
Mr. Shem.
we did some, we got kind of fleeing in vending. No matter, till it's not approved for commercial, you can only have test flights.
Right.
Test pilots, but yeah, hopefully within the next year I can have
En
you.
ik wil zoeken de viewers, als de reason voor was, ons komen jetzt met de update is, kon ik als, en ik weet, sie zegt 2005, zo
Ja.
gewaard dat de zeg al weer
Ja.
revealed. En ga ook zoeken als secret, als de design, heb ik schon gewusst dat ik hem, wat de laatste video,
Ja.
ze hebben gewusst dat ze gaat zijn updated en ze gaat zijn meer advanced, maar ze is gewoon naar public zeg, zo als je kent reden van hem. En ik arbeid
It's kind of shit wegen the
Yeah,
best.
right. Exactly. So laten we het laten doen. This is just was income behind the scenes in een packets. Like this, whatever. Ik dacht
You always got to be 10 steps ahead.
En ook het genomen bis jetzt because in
Certification team, diese Sachen,
because
yeah.
in camera should fliehen to the Doroni and spending thousands of dollars to create a high-end product and video for the viewers. Oibens haben nicht the funds this to createn. So Baruch Hashem, Doroni have gesponsored side the eerste video and the zweite video and hopefully the next video when we get actually fliehen. So thank you for that.
Die Dische geven davon zijn een beetje exciting.
Exactly, because Tom and ich hatte now kommen the questions and afvallen haben geschmissen die ganze Zeit, dass sie wollen kommen, hat sie sich gedacht, ausarbeiten the timing, wenn ich reveal this und ich soll können auch kommen do this and sie, the financial part, sie können producen as a video and it's actually machen geschehen. So I appreciate that.
Ja,
I appreciate you für mich lassen kommen.
Das sind ja, ich bekomme die ganze Zeit, ich komme von Bauer Park und jeder fragt mich die ganze Zeit, so gering ist, die lagen auf ein Video, jeder versteht.
Oh, die haben es auch verdammt Menschen.
Ja, sei es doch, du weißt, wer ich bin.
Right.
Und ich bekomme
Especially
das
noch the friedige is young as we viral.
Ja, de friedige video, Menschen kennen mich von Florida, von Mashio, whatever.
Right. We hebben zich herausgerekt van dort, because we finished that conversation. Jetzt als ik gallig schon do. Unfortunately, a stuk Zeit zurück. Weiß ich, wie comfortable wir reden sind nicht. You know, ich rede ein bisschen wegen der personal life.
Okay.
Ich weiß, dass, you know, du hast Privacy sagt es auch wegen dem. Und du willst nicht reden, misst du nicht. but ich habe mitgehalten, als das unfortunately verloren ein Kind.
Ja. So, ich habe verloren ein Kind in Labor. So, wir waren geduschen, schon, wir waren in der Hospital. Alles gewesen geht. Der letzte Second, scheiße, wir sind schon ganz excited. Man geht oben, jeder wartet auf der Phone, man geht um ein Kind, sie geht an. Da habe ich nicht gewusst, dass ich ausgearbeitet. Etwas ist geschehen, und der Baby ist nicht gemacht. Man war, die Doctors haben gegeben, a 1%, 5% chance for surgery zu arbeiten, Baruch Hashem, she's totally fine now. Baruch Hashem. So, this is in the master. But, a little of my experience, just was ich kann sharen, was öfter andere Menschen können heraushaben. Menschen verlieren Taten, Menschen verlieren nicht, das ist a natural, wenn man verliert Taten, it's a natural thing. Man ist geboren geworden als Taten wird verloren. Man wird älter, eventually, jeder geht es But sie sehen ein Kind und halten, it does a whole different thing. Nicht just, es zerbrecht, du siehst einer, was darf daran kommen in der Welt, and they don't have an opportunity of life. Okay? So the question is, for me, ich weiß schon, so what is I do have in some opportunity for life, was gehe ich mit das? Verstehst du? So, ich habe so geöffnet das Sachen in mich. I wasn't in the best place in my life then. So du zwei Wegen umzukicken an Sachen. Es ist sehr schwer, beide Wegen. There's no, ich heute zwei, ich in meinem Kopf, ist alles gedeibt und alles darf sein, alles für die geht, ja, gerecht. But eventually, I crashed like six months after because I was on a high. Days gelernt, Neshomes, and it was, ich sage alles für die geht, mit den Nummern, Chaya und Leben und whatever. Jeder Territz sich mich kennt geben, für was es geht. But 6 Geduschen noch dem, ich denke, in Pesach, I had a literally nervous breakdown. I thought, not a nervous, like, at the Tzula came a rush, like, it was, like, I never, ich habe mich gelost, processen. Ich habe getried, wegzulaufen. So whatever, no, es ist mich ein bisschen Zeit, und ich habe mich ausgenommen, wie so, it's okay. Hashem, etwas geschehen zu dich, eigentlich, dass man darf weglaufen ist. Oder man darf es nicht gleich machen, geht. Und man darf nicht meinen, es ist die extra Sache in der Welt, but you lot of feel pain. Pain, es tut weh, it's okay. But the question is, okay, man darf dadurch eins, du Shiva gewöhnlich mit der Kind, was nicht dadurch bevor es 30 Tage, man sitzt schon Shiva. But the Masse, man darf kennen, if etwas geschehen zu dich, it's okay to say, ow, it's okay to say, I need help. It's okay. Like a lot of Menschen, was etwas geschehen zu seinem Leben, es ist sicher nicht für kein Help, es ist sicher nicht für gut nicht. Go for help. Go. It hurts.
More from the pain, was kommt daran.
It hurts, but if you kick the can down the road, it's going to turn into something else.
So it builds up to more. So
ik denk, in Pesach ging mijn heiligste Pesach hebben. Gar Pesach, Eibischte, so geht en alles. Ik denk, Matze Pesach, nog this to do, maar boom. I thought I'm dying. I was much, I couldn't breathe. Like it took me like a week to get back to myself. Ik heb lost process. Was een natural zaak. Me daf, zit dit bij. So, ik heb het aangehouden. But de zaak is nog dingen. Dus alles nog meer schrijft, wieso zegt men es? So, gewöhnlich gezien eigenlijk, dan businessleben, alles ist eins, right? Hashem runt nicht du, ich habe mein Business, alles hat sich zusammen. Das ist dein ganzes Leben, der Weg ist der Act. So, wenn etwas geschehen, noch gescheißt, you have to always look back, like, okay, where was I? Bin ich Tag gewesen? Was I acting the best? Or was I doing the... Maybe... Hashem tut nicht Sachen vergunisch. Kennt dich weiterhin, but it tut dich nicht weif, it's Avrumys, right? It tut Sachen, weil he wants to point you in the right direction, right? He wants you, will a relationship. So, ich darf dadurch eine Sache in meinem Leben zu sehen, okay, where am I messing? And end of the day, jeder I mean, ich kann erinnern für mich allein, there was a lot of places I could have improve, become a better person, come over certain challenges I was dealing with. So, oh, now 2 years later, after I learned that approach, okay, I can cry out, it could hurt, but now I can also see, it could also, what I can say was the Irish team was beautiful because it was called Galinzat. Now once again, I would say a different mensch, but man she'ifas in leben. Wie ich gewollt gehen vater, wie ich gewollt gehen noch dem, it's completely different, right? So there's a lot of things that pushed me. I was in my 1920s. I moved to Florida. I was a wilde guy, not in a bad way, but I wasn't doing the things properly.
So you're a teenager?
I was a teenager. Yeah, I came to Miami. It was, looking back, that kicked me into a new direction. It taught me a ton of new lessons about life and about money and about ego and about, anything.
What's going on? Was about money?
So money is given, ich denk, aufwachsen ich als ein Billionaire. Das ist meine Sache. Den ganzen Tag ich habe gedrawt pictures von meinem Haus, was ich habe bauen. Ich habe meine ganze Sache.
Just got life figured out.
I had life figured out. I'm going to be 21 years old. I'm going to be a millionaire when I'm 21. Ich denke das. Ich denke, look at my friends. Remember, I'm going to be 21. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm almost there. Ich think back in 1920, I was on that path. I was unglaublich zu machen, the Geld. And the Geld took me it took me off the wrong way. Verstehst? Money is opportunity. Money can make you do a lot of things. If money goes into something that's not ripe, it's just going to make it more of it, right? So the fact that my identity, ich darf sein a millionaire by 21 is already going wrong. Why? Bist nicht wert. Bist nur das if a millionaire bist du wert. Like, wie kommt das? And I understand, aufwachsen in Yeshiva, sich gedoe, there's shmooze by recess. Is wer hat mehr Geld in der Bank? Welche Oischer geben das? Welche Oischer geben das? Jeder will sein, der Mensch mit der Building. Jeder will sein, der Mensch, die geben $10 million CDs. Jeder will das sein. Weil
man kickt darauf.
Weil man kickt darauf. The Menschen, was haben nicht. So it's natural. I don't understand anybody that doesn't want. Everybody wants to be that. Who doesn't want to be articles? Oh, ich gebe ihm das und ich gebe private jets.
Das ist einfach teure.
Jeder will das stehen. So, but wie das geworden ist, das ist meine einzigste Identity, als ich so kann sagen, Avrumy das. That was Avrumy, that was a millionaire. This is, and I know it's not just my issue. Ich weiß, it's around. Weil jeder in der 20 will schon, sie wollen leben, wie sie Menschen, die haben gearbeitet für 20 Jahre, jeder will schon in der 20, everybody instant. So ich komme raus mit Fans. First of all, realizing that I'm already a millionaire, meaning I'm healthy. I got married young, and I have 2 kids. I have twilling. Like, I'm very. I won the game. I won the game. Like, there's no. I have it.
That's self-worth versus wet $1 million.
Because the reason for the Geld, I had zero self-worth. I never appreciated the day. I never appreciated was ich hab. And this was geschehen to your mention. Smach Bechelko, it's very nice, but Emmersdig is a billionaire song. It's my kinder think it's but it is what it is. It's what you have is what you need, and you're good. You're just as valuable as someone else that has millions of dollars. And I went through a long topic because I'm connected with Doroni. It's like ich reinkomme in Doroni. Originally, it's gonna all day company making billions of dollars. So got a riesige Sache. And ich gemeint zu gehen schnell, and long did I know that I got myself into a project that you want to do something big, it's going to take you time. Take your time.
Take
like
a chill pill, beruhig dich. When you're 40, is still accumulated on wealth for life, is to kunnen leven wie ze de volste. Then, but eigenlijk jetzt, wie beskill je naar gegangen de 40 euro of life.
Yeah, so, to bone anything. Was hat a long-lasting Sache. It's okay, I mentioned that hat am Geld and whatever, good for them, and it's amazing.
Some got a shortcut in life. Some go
shortcut, and they have their challenges.
Right.
Trust me, I have a lot of friends that their father are richer than Kairach. I'm serious. These guys do not have a better life than any of us. I'm not saying they have worse.
Usually, their self-worth is weiniger.
You have to deal. They don't have their own image. Zij taten days. Zij wissen nicht, wie sie nicht deal mit Geld. Zij wissen nicht, wie sie tun, gut nicht leben, weil alles ist geworden tief als sei. Und der Person, weil Gunisch kann sagen, was gibt mich happy. Und der Mensch was machen, okay, ich gehe zu einem Restaurant, ich gehe in first class, wow. Sie sitzen auf a private jet und sie weinen. So, no, seriously, like, I've seen it. I've been there and I've you know. My main message was ich sehe, my Welt, I'm 25, I'm young, and the feeling was ich bekämpfe für junge Chaver von uns kommen raus von Yeshiva Chayde, uns wollen leben als mein Lifestyle. Ich will leben also. So uns gehen an, ich muss leben, this is my Leben, I deserve to live this way. Und es ist nicht, dass ich treffen habe, und ich mache sicher, ich kann nicht kicken, wie ich Geld gemacht und noch dem gleich leben. Ich will leben also, und ich drehe in der Welt, als ich so kann leben der Weg, wie ich lebe. And I can tell you, 80 to 90% of people that do that are in a lot of debt. And a lot of debt. And you can talk about it, and I think it's a very important topic. I'm maybe not the right person to talk about it, but it is a topic that I see, and I know there's so many organizations, so many people. Who was draaien and in debt just to be able to keep up their lifestyle. No one ever told them, or they didn't work on themselves to know their self-worth, that you live within your means. I personally, I went through that struggle early. Ich wollte leben, sag ich, okay, es ist gegangen. Okay, für ein bisschen, aber noch ist es nicht gegangen. What are you going to do? Continue the lifestyle?
Jetzt kannst du nicht turn back the clock, because then
it's very hard.
It's
very hard to go back. I was able to do it. I cut down everything. I was living, yeah. Not rich, I was living a lot more than I should be living. And 20 years old, shouldn't be spent. I didn't put away money. I didn't make a savings account. I didn't put away money for my kids. I didn't do all of it when I had the money. Because all about was the lifestyle. I'm kind of betrachtet for the long run. Und auch den Winde mit sich, was du links keiner dem. Es dann 50, 60, 70% von Menschen können Schassen machen seine Kinder.
I would say more.
Okay, I don't know. For was? They weren't responsible. They never lived within the means. Maybe it's this nicht gemacht Geld. Usually, ob einer on top of seine finances, wenn sie seine jung, and sie legen weg, it compounds. When you're 20 to 30, this is Geld was got compound the most for you. And seine jung, and sie wollen mal sagen, and sie wollen keine Chasse machen. Being a choivis is the worst thing. You can't sleep at night, whatever car you drive, whichever house you live in, no one cares. You're still going to sleep. You're a slave. When bargain Geld, vista, schrecklich favos, vista Evid, vista slave for the Mensch, was gebargt wird. Ganze Tag da, ganze alles ist, weil das zurück. And noch eine Sache is understanding that whoever you are, you don't have to have money to be something. Don't come in with that way. You have to, man darf machen panusa. Just daven for panusa. Shiras, if Hashem decides to give it, he'll give it to you. But dan focus, wie kann ich machen, a leben, was ich kann panusa, ich kann leben, ich kann sagen, get. Finish, the rest of it will come. We try to see forcing. We try to see bargain. We try to see teen risky, ibegedreite Sachen. It's just not going to work. It's just not for the Sache. It has to be calculated. It has to be, das können machen Geld jede Chodesh. Das können zahlen an bills. Das können weglegen Geld for the future. That's how you choose how you live. The car you're buying, buy based on was the kennst. Wenn die spends Geld, mach sich als die spends Geld noch der weiß, dass ich schon weggelegt Geld der Chodesh. Weil ich bin nicht, we're going to be 30, 40, our generation, my generation, there's going to be a lot of, there will be a lot of charity links. You can see how people are operating. It was never as much as it's now. My day generation deal the mist of this. So, I don't know, someone has to figure out how to, a lot of young guys, they're trying to do this, they do that, millions, they're throwing parties, for what? You're good. Game kind of tension, I know that. I know that feeling. But when that wissen, als kippt nicht von einer gesinnten Platz. They're willing. So yeah, I think that's my message. And don't talk by davening. I think that's the biggest thing.
Don't what?
Don't talk by davening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's... If you want to hear what Hashem has to tell you, in some conversation, and Menschen sind in the background, ich kann nicht hören, was mich nicht reden. Ich darf, you know? When man davent, it's a two-way conversation. Die redt, sie davent, and the Eibischer schickt dich messages. And if you can't hear it, you know, so in some the no talking show in Miami.
Ja, etwas, was mir gerade gesagt habe, ist eine beautiful show.
Yeah, some shit for 6 years in Miami, a no talking show. It's very famous, and some Zayzach Hamashiden from Bar Park Williamsburg came that. It's amazing. Because in the winter, in some 250, 300 Menschen dort Shabbos, kann man sagen, es ist du kein Wort.
Man redt nicht übereinander.
Man redt nicht kein Wort. Es ist scheine Davening. It's auch der scheine Kiddush, of course. But the Davening is Davening. Man kommt zu Davening, is a Davening. It's just kein Club. Man try to reden, you know? But I'm telling you, more than anything else, any kaive, not talking about Davening, I'm telling you, the fact that I am where I am, nothing make sense. I can't read, I can't write properly.
What?
Yeah. Like my English is not the best, I can't schreiben, but I'm not complaining. But Hashem gave, the reason I moved to Miami, I went into that shield, and I've seen miracle after miracle and things that nothing should make sense. And I've seen other people also. It's known. You don't talk by davening, you go to a no talking shield, I guarantee you'll see bigger success than going to any kind of.
Wow.
It's guaranteed.
Okay.
It's hard.
Avrumy,
Because you're
thank
going
you
to
so
Hashem.
much.
Who can do more than Hashem?
Exactly. Thank you so
That's
much.
honest, yeah.
At some point müssen wir endigen, but I appreciate als das geöffnet and das gegebene message and the pivot of message was geschehen by the end. Was bist reingefunden in der Stadt mit Davran. Also amazing. And thank you so much.
That's a key word. But
Thank you so
okay,
much
sure.
again, and see you again when the
So
time
for
leads.
fly.
Yes,
Keine Schreien bei Davening, so I hope to fly.
that's it.
We talking need miracles.
Yes, enjoy.
Okay.
And see you again
See you in the sky.
in the sky.